Hey there, voices. My name is Tiffany Getty, and my video poster is about using a song parody project as an assignment in high school chemistry. My email is listed below. It's tgetty@wellsborosd.org, and feel free to email me at any point if you have any recommendations or just want to say hey. I thought I would start off by just introducing myself. My name is Tiffany Getty, and I teach chemistry at Wellsboro Area High School in the beautiful Wellsboro, PA area, which is home of the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. I currently teach 11th and 12th grade honors chemistry, and this year I'm going to be teaching AP chemistry for the first time. And I am also enrolled as a doctoral student at Wilkes University, and I started that in January of this past year. I love chemistry, I love music, and I also love to perform my music in my classroom using song parodies. You're probably also wondering how I found voices. So I thought I would share with you that during my last research class, we were encouraged to find articles related to our dissertation topic, and mine has something to do with music and student engagement. And I came across a wonderful article by Greg. And so I picked up the phone and called him, and he answered, and that's how I basically became a part of this Voices session. And what I've done is I've included a link to one of our original videos that my class has actually performed. We went into a studio and record a song parody because it's chemistry, and I've given you a shortened URL that you can access if you'd like to. My video poster is about how I can use a song parody project for an assignment or an assessment in a high school chemistry class. I've shared with you a URL to a Google Doc right on the right side of this bullet that you can type in, and you should be able to edit it and make comments on it. And the document that I've shared is the actual assignment I gave to students with the grading criteria and the rubric. And so I hope that you will actually give me some feedback and ways to change and also improve my project. I definitely am looking for feedback with grading criteria, the rubric itself, tips for writing a song, and although I haven't really included much about the recording, I would like to know any ideas that some of you guys might have for some of your really cool and awesome songs. In order to give you an example of what I'm kind of expecting for a base project, I've included an example of a submitted project by two 11th grade students at the end of last school year. You can click on the MP3 Google shortened URL to listen to the MP3 version of the song, but I've also included the lyrics on this slide to show you what I'm looking for. So I want students not only to have a great song, but to also explain what they're doing in chemistry and maybe teach it in a way. So they say that you've mastered a concept when you're able to teach it, and I think that song is a great way to actually demonstrate that. This particular slide is actually taken from the rubric of the document that is in the Google link, but I wanted to briefly explain and see if anybody had any feedback, which you could leave in the Google Doc, about the grading criteria. My initial idea was to make the point value 100 points, but there's different multipliers, and I'm wondering if maybe my multipliers might be off or if anyone would have a different recommendation. Another item I added after the assignment was that songs had to be a certain minimum length in time, and I'm thinking maybe 2.5 minutes would be a minimum requirement. This slide is an example of the rubric that I use to actually grade the assignments. And if you look, there's multipliers on the left of each individual component. To me, I think that the most important components are going to be comprehension and synthesis of different lyrics, writing and the syntax. Does the song sound like it flows and it goes well with the music and the harmony? Creativity, are the lyrics original or are they kind of bland and easy to predict? I also think that a great song tells a wonderful story, so it shouldn't just be about rhyming things, but it should have a beginning, a middle, and an end, a problem, and a solution. And then I also threw in recording and effort. So give me some feedback regarding what you think might be a better category or even a better criteria for each individual category. Although my rubric that I gave to students doesn't include a lot about recording except the how-to process, I would love to hear what you guys use. We used Audacity. It was okay. I wouldn't say it was great. I wouldn't say it was awful. But I would like to invest in something that would be a better quality, a program that's easy to use and also easy for my students to use. We do have student-issued laptops from our district, but there are only certain programs that we can have access to. I've used GarageBand on a Mac and I thought that was great, but we don't have Macs for the students. We actually have PCs. So any information regarding that would be awesome. I'll keep this slide short. Most of it can be found in the assignment, but this is an inclusion of tips I gave to students to try to teach them how to write a song parody. So some tips on basically picking a topic and also on the next slide, rhyming. And so if you want to give me some feedback in the Google Doc, all this stuff is right in there. This slide is a continuation of the last slide, and it's about basically giving students tips. So if you have any feedback, go ahead and list this in the Google Doc also. This is a final slide that I used along with some other stuff that you might find in the Google Doc about writing lyrics and basically the process of teaching students how to come about and how to write their own lyrics. There's no system to this. This is just something I tried to describe in my own head. If you have any advice, let me know. So that's the basics of my project. My goal in all of this is to not only have teacher-driven song within my music and chemistry classroom, but also to have students who are able to create their own musical projects, not just to demonstrate their comprehension, but also to teach other students about chemistry and also about music or life in general. I've included the URL link to the Google Doc. Please feel free to comment, to edit, and add anything that you would like. Thank you so much and have a great day. My name is Tiffany Getty and my email is tgetty@wellsborosd.org.